The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
So, as someone who, I guess you would have toured, like we said, for a period of about, what, you reckon 10 years? You would have been
overall,
traveling a fair bit, doing the tour thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess something that, fans in particular would be curious about is what the tour life is like in a nutshell. I mean, from your experiences, what do you remember about touring, and do you have any sort of like real memorable moments?
I mean, if you like being on the road and being out, then it's, maybe that's not the best way to describe it, but like, it's always different. You never know what you're going to get. You're in like a van with maybe 6 to 8 different, characters, I would say, it's just, you never know what you're going to get. And you're on the road. That's the whole point, Yeah.
And you guys just cruise around to different spots, pull out the boards, the cameras.
Yeah, so you have your shoe sponsor, your clothing sponsor, your wheel sponsor. They're all going to travel, so you constantly mixing with different people and, traveling different places and trying to go to spots that haven't really been tapped into too much. So that's what you're going for. But, you're in a van with 8 people that, that are all into different shit and have shit going on. So you try to get along. That's it, really. And it's awesome, man. But, obviously you hurt as well. Like, you get hurt on the road. You're sitting in a van. You can't stretch. There's times you just fucking want to jump around or stretch or just move and you can't.
And other than the skating, I guess, is there a bit of partying that goes on behind the scenes?
Yeah, for sure. When you're on those trips, they're paying for hotels and they're paying for vans and they're doing it and there's a schedule. So, but like I said, you with 6, it doesn't matter how many people, but people are going to go out if they want. There was times where they stopped putting us in the cities because downstairs is a bar or a club, man. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be wild, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any, I guess, specific memories of funny shit or just crazy shit that went down on tour?
Yeah, more than I could probably just say right now. Everything, yeah. Everyone's just having a ball, trying to just have fun, and it's just there's no yeah.
And so you guys skating hungover and shit like that the next days?
You don't want to skate hungover, really. A few, it's I'm going to go have a few drinks. That never happens. It's just yeah.
Snowballs into something bigger.
Yeah, if you're good at, getting past that, then, it works, but, it's not called a hangover for nothing and shit. It sucks, but sometimes they turn into the best skates, really, because that's skating. You don't know how you feel. You go out, you sweat, you get into it. Next thing you find yourself doing a trick that you wouldn't have normally thought about. But I wouldn't say that's because of a hangover. But it's just you got to work with it. Yeah.
Mm. And now of all the different spots and countries and cities that you've skated, what are some of the ones that you enjoyed skating the most?
That's always a tough one for me because I don't care where I am really. I just, I try to enjoy everything when I can. So yeah, everywhere was fun for me, and the people that I was with, it was always just they might be into something different. So, they want to chill in the hotel. Other dudes want to go see sightseeing. So you have different experiences everywhere. But yeah, the fun ones for me, were just through Europe because everything's so close and it's just such a different place to what we're used to, So, the States is like Australia just multiplied and, supersized basically. And then Europe's just kind of just the way things should be, really, you know.
And I remember, when I was watching those 411s, Love Park in Philadelphia, which I think is no longer there.
No.
Now, did you get to skate?
Yeah, I didn't spend much time in New York or Philly, and it was a day, in Philly, and then, a couple in New York. And you know, at times I wish I probably looked around more and all that sort of stuff and paid a bit more attention. But, you know, like, yeah, New York and Philly, Love Park. Like we walked through there. I didn't actually get a chance to fully skate it, but by the time I went there and everything, it was kind of like coming to an end, and like there was security walking around there like 24/7, you know, that would kick you out. So yeah,
now I guess
you couldn't really skate it.
On that topic, I mean, yeah, obviously when you're going skating street, a lot, if not, I'd imagine all these places, you're not actually supposed to be skating there.
Yeah, no. Probably
now,
not.
do you have a lot of situations where, you know, security chase you out or they call the police and,
Yeah,
you know, shit gets a bit hectic?
Yeah. Like I said, like Europe, like it's kind of like not the way that things should be, but like it's a little bit more relaxed and they kind of like take to it. It's almost like they build spots in, you know, in mind of just like,
The
you
people
know,
skate.
Yeah, or just to, you know, like people to enjoy it. And then the States, you know, there's security everywhere, and you know, like the States is a tough one. You know, you can spend an hour and a half in a car and then get kicked out of a school. You know, like I've been lined up, you know, with like 10 people in a school and searched in front of, you know, like they, you know, and they tell us if one person's got anything, you're all getting fined. So you better like, you know, call them the bluff really, you know, but yeah.
And do they, like, is it pretty hefty fines?
I mean, yeah, they were like, yeah, you're going to have to, if there's anything on you guys that you shouldn't have, or, you know, stuff like that, you're all going to get fines and you're going to have to go to court. But I mean, for them, it's not going to matter, but I'm going to have to go back to Australia or like, I don't know what would have happened, you know? So if I have to go back and I'm supposed to be in court there, or I can't overstay, then, you know, it's going to get tricky, but yeah.
Now, when you were coming up, you know, in your younger days skating, who were some of your biggest influences?
Oh, like there was a lot. Like, I mean, I took little pieces from everyone, you know, like I tried not to like, you know, like
Bite one particular person's style.
Yeah. Like I said, skating is just like people do different things better, you know, or like, you know, in, you know, the eye of the beholder, you know, like they do it better, something like this, or I just tried to look at it like that, you know, and when I saw something that I liked, I tried, you know, like went, well, like give it a go, you know, or like try something along those lines and not really copy things, you know, so yeah.
But you obviously have some favorite skaters.
Yeah.
Who are you? I mean, the first two that come to mind for me are Tom Penny and Chad Musker, obviously because they had the real hip hop influence.
That one was always, like I said, it's been tough. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just, like, people that, to me, that seem like they're doing what they love and they look like they're enjoying it, they were the ones, you know, or like that I tried to, you know.
They're the ones that you draw.
Well, I was like interested, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, like, yeah, as a kid, you know, you see Day One part and you freak out because you're like, what the heck? It just happened, man.
Yeah.
Like, how did he do that? You know, you kind of think you could never do it. But, you know, that's the thing with skating. Once you start and you kind of try to push yourself, you just find yourself doing stuff that, you know, you didn't really think you could, you know. It's like that. But always, you know, the Appleyards and Paul Rodriguez and, you know, like dudes like that were like the same, well, Paul Rodriguez, and, you know, he was like around the same sort of age, you know, and I was always just like, how the hell, you know, they were just ahead of the game, you know. So, yeah.
The lesson.
927.